Hello, everyone. I didn't even introduce the date. It's Sunday, July 12th, 2020. So, well, um, so I'm gonna do the video sitting in a chair rather than laying in a bed. So I was able to finish. Well, I don't even know if it's finished or if I should add more. But I worked on chapter 12 and did part of chapter 13. I'm not done with chapter 13 in my book, the fiction book. I think it seems like some chapters are going to be way longer or way shorter than others. I'm just trying as best as I can. I got 5 hours of sleep last night and still feeling that deprived feeling, pressure on my chest, and sleepy and tired. But I know if I try to go take a nap in the bed, I won't be able to sleep. So, um, I've been just feeling this emotionally just empty and just like very depressed feeling. Um, Depressed, hopeless, and scared, and feeling uncertain about everything. And people act like they think, even other so-called targeted individuals, they act like they think they know my walk with Christ and can judge my walk with Christ, and they just automatically assume that just because you're feeling sad or depressed, oh, that's because you ain't been reading your, like a know-it-all cerebral narcissist be like, oh, that's because you ain't been reading the Bible, or that's because you haven't been praying, or that's because you got some sin in your some unconfessed sin in your life. And so I mean, you don't know what I do every day. You don't know what I do all day. So I mean, that's the same how narcissistic perps act. So it's like I'm scared every day. Um and now my all day, I think yesterday I was fine, and all day, and no, for a short period of time they had my foot vibrating, but now they have my left foot vibrating again. um it's like every day is just really frightening, just really scary. And I remember back then I used to feel depressed in 2010, and I used to feel like I just wanted to sleep forever and never wake up again. Or and not even realizing that we weren't even as evil in evil times. It's like we're more in more evil times now than back in 2009, 2010. Um, it's depressing and scary to not have a stable place to live. And everybody thinks that I'm homeless, or I can't get a job, or that I'm in my predicament that I'm in because I must have done somebody something very wrong, or you know, or they think that I'm in my predicament because I went around doing fucked up shit to a lot of people, and they're strangers who don't even know my situation or don't even know what's going on. Or they think I'm just receiving bad karma of past things that I've supposedly done. You know, But now it's like they don't even just have my left foot vibrating; they have my left finger and hand vibrating. Yeah. So, one moment I think I look fatter, and another moment I think I look skinnier. I think it was yesterday I put on these pants and they seemed super tight on me, like as if I thought I just knew I gained a whole lot of weight. And now today they seem a little looser. Um, I tried to eat at least a healthy breakfast and a healthy lunch. I mean, this morning I had oatmeal and fruit in a healthy juice for breakfast, and um, then for lunch I had same kind of salad from yesterday. Um, but with the unhealthy part, I had two small bags of potato chips. But I was still hungry, and it's like I'm just feeling so depressed right now that it's like, and plus the sleep deprivation getting to me, that I wanted to go to Dollar Tree and get a few things, but I had to walk through a large parking lot and walk quite far, like walk 10 minutes plus probably take me 10 or 15 minutes to walk um to the main highway, and then turn and walk another at least about 11 blocks. Um, and there's some moments when I'm in here or whatever hotel or motel room and just don't even leave for the whole day sometimes because I just don't feel like being perked, or I just don't feel like being followed around. You know, I just feel like I feel like my energy is drained. Um, I'm just feeling kind of hopeless and sad, about my living situation. That before July 31st, 2018, I, you know, could say that 2 years before that, 2016, I went 9 days of being homeless on the streets in an unfamiliar area, Greenville, South Carolina. Now that was a frightening experience, you know. Um, and all these men trying to force grab me and want to take me to this house or whatever. That they're supposed to be homeless, but they have this house that they want to try to grab me and try to force me to go to. And I didn't go. I mean, I fought them off, but they were trying to grab me and try to force me to go to this house. During the 9 days I was homeless on the streets in Greenville, South Carolina, and nobody really cares when I'm on the streets. But then when I do have my established place to live, it can be winter and 6 o'clock in the evening and get dark early. And I have to hear, I'm 36 years old now, but woman in my 30s that I have to hear lectures about how I better not run the streets all night and that I better be inside before dark. And I'm like, where was this energy from people? Where was this mindset from people when I was on the streets for 9 days where nobody gave a damn? When you thought I should just go, another woman telling me just go out in the woods. Now, people who supposedly advocate, they act like as if they're supposed to advocate for homeless. I guess they plant themselves in these organizations just to look good, but then they show prejudice and oppress homeless people. You know, so, but before 2016, like even in Long Beach, Los Angeles, the most I would spend like maybe 1 or 2 nights on the streets prior to 2016. And even in New Orleans, like 2003, like maybe 1 or 2 nights on the street. But me dealing with uncertainty, not, I mean, you know, me dealing with uncertainty from July 31st, 2018. And here it's July 12th, 2020. So I've been considered homeless, consistently homeless, almost 2 exact years. But I mean, some people say if you stay in a motel or a hotel room, that's not really homeless, you know. But I've stayed in the hostels in New Orleans and was gang stalked really heavily over there. I stayed once in December for a week, and once in January for a week. And then in February they lied and said there were no. They lied and said that there were no rooms, you know. And that was in 2018 and 2019. And I was sleeping on University of New Orleans campus for about 6 months. They even said that the university police even said they were aware of it. And then they wait till 18 days after I start my YouTube channel to have that, that situation, So even though the ban is lifted from UNO, and I know I'm supposed to be a Christian and forgive, but it seemed like I don't even know how I'll be able to develop the strength to forgive UNO for doing that to me. And then they try to play games and lie and say that there's no record of me ever graduating or they don't see a transcript record. I guess they can do that to targeted individuals too, but guess what? I have a copy of my physical transcript in my storage unit. That everybody thinks I should just get rid of my storage unit. You think I should carry my transcripts everywhere I go? I mean, I have a right to have free arms every once in a while, But, I guess the hotel thing's gonna have to keep going until I can get enough people to help me pull enough money, all like more at the same time, to help me get a permanent place. I don't do roommates. I don't like roommates. But Janet was more like an emergency because of the curfews and threats with the rest at the beginning of the coronavirus thing, and I didn't know she was a perp, So, and Daphne, I mean, I tried her. What she did was a complete and total scam, and it seemed like Daphne was, she smoked weed herself. That's another reason why I don't want to rent a room, because all these ghetto people who charge cheaper, it seemed like you had to put up with them smoking heavy weed. That's the catch. I hate everything associated with marijuana, with weed. Except I only eat like organic, fresh hemp seeds or consume the hemp oil, like hemp seeds and hemp hearts. But marijuana smoking, I hate it. I hate the smell. I hate everything about it. So, it's like that's with the cheaper, affordable room for rent. It's either bed bug infested or there is a lot of weed. And that's not my style, So, I mean, And the more expensive ones, they want to act like a real landlord when they delusionally believe they're a real landlord when you just renting a doggone room out of somebody's house, and they want to act like they delusionally believe they're landlords, and you can't even stay in the house all day, and they want first month's rent and plus deposit was the same amount, like even just to rent a room. So if you rent a room and it costs $600, they want $1,200 plus an application fee, plus background check, and they want to make sure you have a job. Social Security isn't enough. They want you to show them you have a job, and some of those places want you to. They want to make sure you have a car and proof of insurance just to rent a room. All these requirements. So, and people wonder why I have an income and still stuck on the streets. You know, like as I said, when I was working at the fake YMCA last year, the moment I was working 30 hours a week, the moment I start to develop a little bit of confidence, and hope for enough money for my own place to live, that's when they had that setup. You know, me losing my job 2 days after me and my twin sister's birthday. You know, and our birthday is coming up this year, August 25th, and I'm supposed to be no contact with her to prevent more abuse. But then she, deliberately and on purpose ignores me every year for our birthday, but I'm the narcissist. She's the narcissistic abuser who lies and says that it's me. It's like I can't even have a conversation with my own twin sister for 2 minutes without her being abusive, mean, yelling at me, or getting an attitude with me for no reason. Just for no unnecessarily, because she was taught that way, So, I mean, I got a little work on my and they still vibrating my left foot. Got a little bit of work done on my books. I'm still feeling like very exhausted, tired, fatigued, sleepy, whatever. Go ahead and go to bed. If I lay down, I can't sleep. They keep me awake. So I don't know. Life is just too scary. Humans are too scary. A lot of times I just say fuck humanity. You know, humanity. Period. Like, but we're losing our humanity. Some people say that social media and cell phones and internet was taking away our humanity and making people more cold-hearted, and now more so with the masks. And I guess the evil will be even worse with the with the vaccines. And it's like all these people who spread positivity and love and spread those words about positivity and love and light be the most wicked and evil people. That, like, you talk about being positive and spreading positivity, and I see it in my own family, my own sisters and brothers talking about wanting to be positive and love everybody, but then you get an attitude with me for no reason at all, unprovoked. And then when I'm like, well, why are you getting an attitude with me? Then I have to start, like, foster and biological family. Start your shit, you hear? And then, like, vicious hate, anger, and they're bullying her, pointing in my face like a 2-year-old naughty child, and telling me, try to bully, harass, and lecture me about how I deserve, they always say hard ass, like with such strong hatred, talking about hard ass. We gonna make sure you ban her ass from this hotel. or something like that, you know? So, I mean, and then some people might be like when I got wrongfully banned from Enterprise, from being my own sister, that retard Ramona set me up on purpose. And then, people like, so what? Big deal. There are other car rental companies. But like, y'all don't understand. Enterprise was the cheapest. And plus, it was the easiest. And you can use a debit card. The other ones, even nowadays, even U-Haul, if you need to rent a U-Haul truck, they require a credit card. Like, a truck or a van, they require a credit card. Um, so it's like, I don't even know. I'm also sad because the idea that me calling myself having so many hopes and dreams seems like the world really is coming to a close. That's sad and depressing too. The way things are. Some people would, say that Jesus is coming back soon. You know, so it's like every time. I mean, people. If I, mention about the bully fag cops, for example, people be like, but don't judge their behavior, don't judge. You know, well, they judging people every day, putting people in jail. you know, or don't judge. They want to be that police officer want to be gay. That's his right. You can't judge him. Well, if I want to sleep somewhere, that's my right. You can't judge me, but they do it anyway. You know? How I see other homeless people just fall asleep in Whataburger or whatever other fast food or Waffle House or something. The moment I would go there and it'd be a freezing cold night, and if a customer and buy something, they say, but you can't sleep here. I'm like, I didn't even, before I can even ask, I just asked, can I sit in here and stay out of the cold? But you can't sleep here. And then I turn around and look at another homeless person, but he's allowed to sleep in here. Oh, that ain't got nothing to do with you. You mind your business. So, then we had this mentally special looking girl at Whataburger, the one close to the mall. And I was wondering why she would sit down at Whataburger, never order nothing, and just sit down and give me mean looks while I order like the $2 egg and cheese on bread, egg and cheese sandwich. And the Whataburger employees, they act like they can't even get that right. They'll give me an egg sandwich with no cheese. And I'm like, or they handpick whenever they want to give me cheese or not, when it's supposed to come with cheese. And I'm just sick and tired of manipulation and games, I'm having difficulty trying to express my emotions and the way I feel right now. Like, I tweeted on Twitter earlier today about how back in 2009, I dreamed of and wanted to own my own restaurant, and I was told that I can't do that. A couple of years ago, 2018, I wanted to run my own business in New Orleans, selling things, like the government don't really care about our health or safety, but then they want to put us through all these health codes and protocols and stuff. It's like, if you know how to bake brownies, Why can't you just make brownies and sell them? Why do you have to go through some business school if you just want to make a brownie business? Or do they want you to? The only people who can own a business is sellouts. Um, I mean, I bet you every single last one of those people with a so-called permit who's allowed to sell stuff in New Orleans, I have to hear about how, they've been grandfathered in. Is that cover up for Freemasonry? All these people who claim they're woke to the truth, and you want to act like you're speaking against the system, but then your ass is a Mason. Like the guy who tried to bully, harass, and lecture me about you are what you eat. And then he was trying to say that, like, because I told him about, like, me being banned from the Marriott and the Sheraton and stuff. And he thinks that I got treated horribly the way I did because I ate junk food. I mean, because I don't eat, I'm not eating it right now, but at the period of time I was, eating junk food, because all I was able to afford was the 89-cent pancakes from Burger King, or the dollar nuggets from Wendy's, or was it dollar nuggets from Burger King and dollar fries from Wendy's? That was all I was able to afford. And all these people who condemn you about eating junk food when you only have enough money, but you only have a certain amount of money. But then if you eat salads, you get condemned for wasting your money. So either way it go, I mean, I'm sitting here hoping I can sleep good tonight. Since I noticed that if I have a large amount of fruit and vegetables, sometimes the soaked almonds help. It doesn't even seem like the magnesium helps. That alone does not really help, and like it has an effect on me like Benadryl. Like, it only helped me for a certain period of time, and then the effects wore off. Like, it doesn't even work anymore. But I still take it so I feel less jittery. People are like, well, what about melatonin? Well, my body had a weird reaction to melatonin, so I gotta go now. The video is warning me. My space is out. Bye.